Hi everybody, I thought as it's almost the summer holidays that I'd do a quick little video
Actually,
on how to prepare
summer holiday,
I forgot something important really.
And how to make
if you
sure
go somewhere
our
quite
children are
different,
involved,
and even if it's not that
how
different,
to make sure
but
it
all
try
goes
to spend
as
that
smoothly
first
as
day or
possible.
couple of days
The
doing
first
really
thing
slow
I
things.
do
Just go to the playground
is
and get
that
to know your area. A couple of weeks before,
instead of
this
being
will depend on your own children.
Again, it's going to be really helpful for
You
everyone
know
to
your children better.
it's better to talk to them about what's happening
so they get
a
to
few
know
weeks
the
before
area,
or just a
that
few
would be
days
really
before.
helpful to the
But
children.
at
And when they get
any
to the
time they go
playground
on holiday,
I make
and then
a
if you're
little
going to do
planning
big days
for
out,
my children,
a big
and
day,
I make that with them.
Disney or
So
Legoland or
we all
whatever.
sit together,
Try
take
to
a pen,
sandwich that day,
and then
2 days where you don't do much.
divide our week in
Slow days, it doesn't mean
holidays
you
for
don't do
them.
anything,
But if you go for longer,
slower days like
do
maybe
for
you
longer.
just go visit the
And
local
then
library
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
and you go to the
at the
playground
top.
in the afternoon.
Divide it.
But slower days.
I know you can see
with
my
a lot of
drawing is
connection.
where
you might
the first
read
thing
a
you
lot
need
of
to
books
write
those
to
days
draw
or play
is how
a
are
lot
you
of
getting
games.
there? Are you getting there on the
to help
in the car,
balance
on the
a bit
boat,
that nervous system,
on the coach, or on
That's
an
it.
airplane? Not a shark. On an airplane. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be amazing at drawing. This is what I draw. I've made that one up for this video, but this is what I would draw with my children. You draw with them, they will remember what that means. It doesn't have to be pretty, but how are you getting there, and how long will it take? We are going to Spain. We're going on the boat. It'll take us 3 hours, which is about 6 Octonotes episode to get to the ferry, and then we'll be on the ferry for 12 hours, and we'll sleep overnight. So try to tell them as much as you can about how you're getting there, how long it will be. And then this is an asleep person. You tell them, you draw where you're sleeping. So, a hotel, a house, a tent. You're sleeping at granddad's. And you're home now with the cat. But draw where you're sleeping every night. Tell them with them. Okay, this is what we're doing. If you sleep at the same place every night, that'll be easy. But they need to know. They need context. We all need to know what's happening. And then do the same as when are we coming back? How are we coming back? And then if you have a few days, you might not have anything planned, but if you have a couple big outings that you really want them to go, so we're going to the zoo. See, this is a giraffe, and we're going to Legoland. Beautiful Legos. You do it with them. So don't fill it up every day, but just if you've got too big or any big things, write it in, and that'll be really helpful. So you do that. I do that with mine a couple of weeks before. We do it all together, and then we talk about it most days, so they really know what's happening. And then every day you're going to talk to them about it. Today we're going on the airplane and we'll sleep at the hotel, and at the end of that day you put a tick, a drawing, a sticker, whatever it is you want to do, and then you do it every day. Tonight we're sleeping here again, but tomorrow in the tent. All the way through the whole week, to really give them understanding of what's happening, and give them safety about what's going to happen. Once you've done that, you don't have to do that the same day. But then another way to give them context and safety and independence is packing their suitcase. So how are they going to pack their suitcase for that holiday? So that's when, again, it will give them this feeling of being a grown-up. It will teach them independence. It's actually quite tricky, packing a suitcase. What are we taking? So I always draw something for... So with them, we'll talk about what we need, how long are we going for, what kind of weather, what kind of activities will we be doing, and then I'll draw depending on the ages, or they'll write themselves. We need t-shirts, we need leggings, we need pants, we need socks. And then they can go off and do that by themselves, go to their own cupboards and pack their suitcases. They'll probably need a bit of a check, but that's really a lovely way to give them all that self-esteem and self-worth of having done something for yourself. So that's, I'd say, quite important. If you find that just packing, just going on holiday, you're quite overwhelmed already, and the idea to do all that with your children is too much. Don't do it. But I do quite recommend it. The next thing I recommend, and that's quite an important thing. So we've done the schedule, the timetable, the planning, and we've done the packing the suitcase. Now it's comfort. We all need comfort, especially if you're going really far from home or abroad, or somewhere you've never been, you either. Having a little bit of home really is going to tell us that we're safe. Even if we're having a delightful time, the weather is amazing, the food is great, but we're not home, and our nervous system still has to be on alert to make sure we're okay. So it's really important to bring some comfort, and that can be your morning cereals. Not for the whole time, don't bring like 2 weeks worth of it, but having the first couple of days to be able to settle in the place with cereals, their snacks, whatever it is you eat, the oat biscuits, the oat bars, something, but bring a few snacks for those first few days. Maybe a meal for that first night would be their favourite pasta or something, but something that can be done that will remind them of home. The next comfort item that I always take when I go away for quite a long period of time is our own pillowcases, but the actual one from the bed. I don't wash them so that they smell of home. It really helps them feel straight away at home. So I'd recommend that. And a couple of books, a game, some art things, but activity things they do at home that will bring them comfort if they need it. They might not use them, but if they do, that will make them feel better. So I think that's what I recommend for the children. But the next bit is for you. You need to look after yourself, because they'll copy you. And if you're overwhelmed and exhausted and you don't have any of your own comfort, they'll also be a little bit on edge. So bring your own snacks that you like. If you're going abroad, we go to France a lot, and it's amazing to eat the baguettes and the croissants and the whatever, but bring a little bit of your favourite snacks, bring your favourite tea, bring everything that, you know, when you're home in the evening and you want a bit of downtime, what do you drink, what do you eat, bring a bit of that so that your body and your nervous system can feel safe and feel like, okay, we're all right, we've got it. And the same, bring your own pillowcases that smell of home, the actual pillowcases, and download, if that's something your family does, if you have something to download episodes to, download a couple things that again bring you comfort if you go abroad or if you go somewhere that might not have what you need. Again, you can tell the body that we're relaxing, we're all right, it's all good, and bring your comfy clothes. I know when we go away on holiday, it's quite exciting, and we want to bring all those things that we might not usually wear, and it's good to bring the clothes that actually make us feel comfortable, and our normal pyjamas. And if you are going to go for fancy new pyjamas, wear them a few days before you go on holiday so they smell of home and they're quite comfortable. And so that's for what you're going to take. And the next bit is, if you go with a partner or someone else, plan downtime for you. Plan a little bit of, are you going to go do a bit of yoga? Are you going to go do on the run? Are you going to, you need an hour to read a book? But if you don't plan it, it's a lot harder to make happen. But if before you go, you've discussed it and you've decided, right, Tuesday morning, this is what I'm doing, and Thursday afternoon you can do this, it would be really helpful. Now, you've done all this, you've planned it, you've planned the suitcase, the self-esteem is high, you've all got your comfort things. Does that mean that it's going to be great and there won't be any meltdowns? No, it won't, because you don't control everything, and it might be heavy rain all week, or too hot, or someone is ill. You might even have to go to the hospital because someone broke a bone. So it might still be quite hard. But all those things will make it easier. And if the weather's great and the food's great, it means everything else is going to be a lot easier, and you'll have a really good time. So anyway, I hope it's been helpful, and let me know if you have any questions. Bye. Actually, I'm back again. I forgot something important. If you go somewhere quite different, and even if it's not that different, but try to spend that first day or couple of days doing really slow things. Just go to the playground, get to know your area, instead of going straight in. Again, it's going to be really helpful for everyone to have their bearings and slowly get to know the area. That would be really helpful to the children and really get to know the playground. And then if you're going to do big days out, a big day, I don't know, Disney or Legoland or whatever, try to sandwich that day with 2 days where you don't do much. Slow days, it doesn't mean you don't do anything, but slower days, like maybe you just go visit the local library and you go to the playground in the afternoon. But slower days, with a lot of connection, where you might read a lot of books those days or play a lot of games, and to help balance a bit that nervous system. That's it.